Hi everybody, and welcome to another product unboxing and review. This is a Bluetooth keyboard from Inateck. It's model number BK1003. It supports Bluetooth 3.0, has a range of 10 meters or around 32 feet. And according to Inateck, the battery can last for up to 4 months, with it being used 8 hours a day and spending the rest of the time in standby. So with that, let's go ahead and take it out of the box. Alright, basically what we have in the box is just the keyboard itself and the charging cable, which is basically the standard charging cable that's used for Android devices and other devices as well. There's no actual power adapter for it, so you can either plug it into a computer or an existing power adapter that you already own. Now, this is a pretty sturdy keyboard. It allows just a little bit of twist, but that's probably to be expected for something that's as thin as what it is. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of the package so you can see it a little better. And there so happens to be a little instruction manual in here as well. You can see the keyboard body is very thin. The keys obviously stick up just a little bit more on top, but this is probably only about 1/8 of an inch, maybe just a bit larger than that. The back of it is kind of a brushed stainless steel, and then obviously the keys in the front of it are plastic. Now really the only port I see on it is this one right here, which is the charging port, and it looks like there might be a light here and perhaps also one on top here. So we'll investigate that a little bit further. There is also an on and off switch on the back as well. The first question I want to answer about this is how big is this in comparison to a full-size keyboard? Well, obviously it does not have a numeric keypad and the extra keys over here, but I'm wondering how the size of this compares to a real keyboard or a full-size keyboard. So if I line this up, it really looks like it's pretty much full size. Now these keys have more space in between than these keys on this keyboard, but obviously the only thing that matters is the tops of the keys, and these keys here are actually larger than the top part of the keys on this keyboard. So that's no issue. And it's pretty much, if you line up the top corners of these keys, it really is about exactly the edge of these. So this appears to be a full-size keyboard. Now compare that, for example, to here I have a 10-inch netbook, which were pretty popular for a while. And those were kind of maddening to type on because the keyboard were actually only about 80% size. They were, just glancing at them, they looked full size, but then when you actually started typing on them, you started hitting the wrong keys because the distance between the keys was not correct. And you can see how that compares to this Inateck keyboard. The Inateck keyboard is, the distance between the keys is standard, where these, it's just a little bit narrower and makes it harder to get used to if you're a typist. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get this charged up, and then I'll come back and connect it to my tablet and give some final thoughts. Alright, we got it all charged up, and it's time to give it a try. Now, I have two devices I'm going to try to connect it to. First is my Moto X smartphone. This is the first generation Moto X, and I also have a first generation Nexus 7 as well. And I'll start by connecting it to that. Alright, the first thing I need to do is hold down the FN key and tap the C key. If you notice, there's a little Bluetooth logo on that key. And now we see that we have a flashing light over here, so that means this keyboard is broadcasting itself to other Bluetooth devices. So I'll press search for devices on my tablet, and I see the keyboard showing up, so I'll go ahead and tap that, and now we're connected. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down so you can actually see what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the Gmail app, and I'm just going to type a little bit in an email. really feels pretty good. It feels a lot like a laptop keyboard. It has a high quality feel to it. It doesn't feel like it's cheap. So now I'm going to go ahead and hook it up to my Moto X and see how it works with that device. Pretty much do the same thing here. I'm just going to go to the Bluetooth. In this case I have the Bluetooth turned off, so I'm going to turn that on. And I'm going to press the FNC key on the keyboard once again. And I'm going to press search for devices. Here I see the keyboard show up. Go ahead and tap that. And that should do it. It says connected. So we'll switch over to the Gmail app and see if we can compose an email. So there you have it. It's pretty nice, reasonably priced Bluetooth keyboard, and hopefully this review has been helpful if you're looking into possibly purchasing this device. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.